Let's make sure it's working. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think the initial reopening has gone really well. Knock on wood, you know, we're gonna have to constantly roll with the punches and kind of just take things for what they are. But you guys have done a really good job with communicating, so I appreciate that. Just a reminder that, you know, masks and all that stuff, all those policies that we have in place, they're mandatory. So if you see an individual who keeps taking their mask off, at some point, something's got to give. We can't just keep giving 12 warnings. So I ask that you give them a warning. You let them know, hey, you know, unfortunately, this is a rule and this is mandatory. This is my warning. And then if they do it again, we're going to have to ask them to leave the facility. So that's something where you would call a Blazer 1 in so they can do an incident report and they could escort that person out of the facility. But, you know, we're, 3 weeks into the semester now? Almost 2-3 weeks in. So at this point, classes have started a while ago and they should be familiar with those rules. Moving on to the disinfecting checklist reminder. So that is on your staff page for Blazer 2, where you know, announcements and all that stuff are posted with your training video tabs and all that good stuff. It is also printed out on the desk. I have found that it keeps getting moved around. So if you didn't know, that disinfecting checklist is on the desk and it is on the website. So these are things that you should be wiping down before and after your shift just for your safety and sanitation purposes. Also, just a reminder that the opening and closing checklists are on that Blazer 2 site as well. This is more important for closing just because it's easy to forget those things, especially when it's slow and, you know, it's 8 o'clock, but nobody has come in since 6:30. So I just ask that you look at that closing checklist to make sure that you're doing everything before leaving for the night. For closing, the credit card receipts and the Power Zone report go in that orange envelope. I know things have changed quite a bit because of COVID, so we don't have any cash. So we're only doing the orange envelope once and it's at closing. You're gonna place all the credit card receipts from that day, not just your shift. And you're gonna put it in that orange envelope with your name, membership 1, because we only have membership 1, and your shift time. And then you're gonna drop it in the top safe. Any questions on the credit card receipts or printing out the Power Zone reports?
Is there a report we have to print out in the morning? Like if we're opening, is there a Power Zone report we have to print out?
Good question. Nope, you're just printing it out for the whole day. So when you're running that Power Zone report, you're gonna select the first person that came in. So if Delilah opened and you closed, Lois, you're gonna select Delilah's name and then your name at the bottom for that session drawer audit, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. But I know that's confusing just because we used to have an envelope per shift, but now it's just one shift envelope, the closing shift. Cool. So Trello, all of your guys' email templates are going to be on there. Courtney did a really good job about updating those. So whenever you're answering emails from rec member, those really just use that Trello board for your resource. You know, you don't have to think about how you're responding. We want to make sure that we're staying professional in these emails because these are record. We're always typing out the full word. We're not using like text message talk, for lack of a better word. But those email templates are there to help you guys, so please use them, okay? That's going to help you answer questions about the app, help you answer questions about freezing and canceling. So please use them to make your life easier. That's why they're there. Also on the Trello board, we have a list of what you can sell and what you should not sell. For example, what you can sell, it'll be like membership, as long as it is not a platinum or a minor, because we are not allowing platinum memberships or minors in the facility. And then what not to sell, guest passes, because we aren't selling guest passes, right? That's super helpful just because I know rules change daily and that's been updated daily. So if anything has changed, I've fixed it on Trello. But again, we're finding small things here and there that we've looked over. So please just make sure each shift you go in, you're checking that Trello board just to make your life easier. Any questions on any of that? Okay.
No.
Yeah? No? I think you cut out. Delilah?
Oh, I was just saying no, I didn't have anything else to say.
Okay, cool. And then locker belonging pickup. So if someone reaches out via phone call, email, or if they come up to that desk asking for their locker belongings, I am the only one that is bagging them. I'm the only one allowed in the locker room at the moment other than James and Seneca. So they have to fill out a request form in order to get their locker belongings. They can't just go down there and get their stuff. So the request form is on the Trello board for you guys. It's a Google form that they simply fill out. If they're like, I don't remember my locker number and combination, you can look it up in CSI for them, or you can just tell them that's okay. Mallory's going to look it up anyway. Just because I've noticed that people will be like, oh yeah, my locker is 306. And then I'll look in CSI and it's completely wrong. It's been 6 months since they've been down there. So I always double check anyway, just so I'm not bagging someone else's belongings for them. But they have to fill out that request form. So that request form is on the Trello board. Please ask them for a good email for them and then send them that request form. And that request form has it spelled out for them saying, I will reach out to them within 2 business days. And then I will send them their time and pickup appointment date. So then I'm going to place their belongings behind the desk. If you've been in, you've seen the brown paper bags behind the desk, and they're told to just come to the membership desk with their ID and they can pick up their belongings. I do ask that you ask them for an ID just because some of the stuff in someone's locker can be very expensive and we want to make sure that the correct person is getting the correct things. Any questions on locker pickup? No?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
Where in CSI could you find their locker information?
Good question. So on their member account profile, when you type them in and look them up, if you go into, I want to say it's actions locker info or notes locker info. It's on the top. I'll send you how to look at it. I can see it. It's very simple. But it's going to say locker info on a drop down and it'll give you all their locker information.
Okay.
But good question. I'll send you an email about that after this. Okay. All right. Payroll deductions. So we are in the process of completely stopping them. Knock on wood, they're not coming back. So that's not something that any of the newer individuals are going to have to learn, thankfully. So payroll deductions is when somebody's membership dues come out of their paycheck and not their card. So it has been a pain in the past to process, but we are completely stopping them and we're in that process. So they have all been sent emails. The second one went out yesterday about having to put a card on file. So if someone comes to the desk asking to put a card on file, since they're a payroll deduction member, they are going to have to do it on the app or on the online portal. Because at this moment, we can't just type in the card on our CSI anymore because of PCI compliance issues that we've ran into. So they're going to have to do it on the app or the online portal, and there are step-by-step instructions on that re-entry page that we have on our website. But if someone submits a cancellation form and they are payroll deducted, please do not delete their reps. We've had PJ, our IT rep, help us with their credit and all that good stuff, since payroll is a bit complicated and it doesn't work just monthly like credit card. So please don't delete their reps. Please don't process the cancellation. Please just staple the half sheet on there and then put that payroll deduction cancellation form in my mailbox and I'll handle it. Credit card, you can go ahead and do the whole half sheet, process the cancellation, but payroll, please just put that in my mailbox. Good on payroll? Questions, comments, concerns? Nope. Okay. And then again, those cancellation form half sheets are there to help you. It tells you step by step what you should be doing. It tells you to look in POA. Do they have a balance? Yes, you put that number in there. I really suggest just Xing off the numbers as you go to keep yourself organized, but that is there to help you, so please use it. Processing payments. So it's important that we process payments through CSI and the credit card terminal because again, we do not have cash. I keep finding like random dollars and I have no idea where they're coming from or who's accepting them. I don't know if it's like a staff purchasing something and just leaving money on the table like they used to do. But just a reminder, guys, we can't take cash. If somebody leaves cash and we give them something, we're essentially giving it to them for free because I have no way of depositing cash into student accounting since we aren't handling it anymore. But making sure that we're processing each payment through CSI and the credit card terminals so those numbers match up. This is super important because we can get audited by the IRS at any point. So these numbers have to match up in order for accounting to not get flagged. If you ever make a mistake, please just let me know and we'll go ahead, I'll handle it. I would much rather you tell me than, you know, the next day the numbers aren't matching up and I'm trying to play detective, like what's going on. And this happens way more often than you guys think. Like I promise, don't ever think it's just you because I promise it's everybody. Everybody makes mistakes and that's okay. We're all human. But please just let me know. That way the next day I have an idea of what to look for instead of spending a couple of hours like just picking my brain like, oh, what could have happened scenario. And this goes hand in hand with making sure on that processing payment POS, you're selecting Visa or Amex. When you run the card through the credit card terminal, on that slip at the top middle, it'll say Visa or Amex. So you don't have to ask them what kind of card they're using. It tells you on the credit card slip by the AC code. And selecting that in CSI is important because we do separate deposits for the Visa and for the Amex charges. Am I making sense? Head nods, anything?
I think that Brittany's in the waiting
Yes.
room for, she texted on the group me saying she's in the waiting room.
Who is?
Brittany?
Oh gosh. Why is it not showing me? All right, hold on. There we go. Hey, Brittany, sorry.
Hey.
I was wondering why you texted me. Okay. Can you see my screen? Brittany?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yes, Visa and Amex are separate. So again, not the end of the world, but it's just little details that really help me the next day not spend a few hours on it. Like, oh, why is there $44 more in Visa? Oh, because it's an Amex. And then I'm going through each credit card receipt separately. So please just make sure, you know, you're taking your time during processing those payments and you're selecting the correct buttons. You guys have been doing a really good job with putting the AC codes in the comments. So I want to say good job with that. That also helps me when I'm playing detective to see what's going on. So you guys are doing a really good job with the AC codes. So keep that up. And then communicating in general, you guys have done such a good job with, hey, I've dropped this shift. Can anyone work this? Just from, you know, past experience, I think this semester has by far exceeded the past couple of semesters. So great job with that. And just, you know, acknowledging that the more willing you are to help others, the more willing they are to help you. You know, you scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of thing. So if you always need some shifts covered, you know, acknowledging that, hey, maybe I should pick up one of their shifts and they'll be more willing to help me too. But you guys have done such a good job with that. I'm not even worried about it this semester. Again, and then if you ever realize that, you know, you're confused on something mid-shift, text the group me, text me. If you need an immediate answer, give me a call. Just call my cell phone from the rec phone and I will answer. Unless like I can't, but I will get back to you. Use your coworkers as your resources. Use that sheet at the front desk and your website as a resource because those things are there to help you. Something I've found with the reentry page website, since it is so lengthy, just hitting Control F and searching for the keyword that you're looking for. If it's locker, if it's guest pass, you know, that kind of thing, that's really going to help you just because the reentry page is like 8 pages long. And then again, meetings will continue monthly. I did send, I want to say, the next 2 meetings already through calendar invite. If you can't make it, please just shoot me an email so I have like a record stating that you won't be there. But other than that, I think we can do fine with just communicating monthly in a meeting as long as we're communicating outside of this as well through email and GroupMe. But yeah, that's all I got. And then I wanted to finish with kudos. So this is something that I've always done at like previous institutions. But again, it only works if, you know, everyone participates. So at the end of each meeting, we'll do kudos, and that's just your guys' opportunity to give kudos to one another. So for example, you know, kudos to Elizabeth. She was a customer service attendant and she transitioned into the membership role this semester, and she really just put her head down and wanted to learn. And so kudos to her for that. So this is your guys' opportunity to give kudos to each other, you know, just acknowledging one another. Anyone got any kudos?
Okay.
Oh, okay. You can go.
Oh wait, who else was talking? I didn't hear.
Go ahead,
You can
Brittany.
go first. Okay. Well, I was just gonna say kudos to all the new people. Everybody has been amazing, and everybody's picking stuff up really quickly. So I'm just like really proud of all of the new people. I know that's kind of vague, but true.
We like it. We like it. Anybody
Kudos
else?
to Brittany. Brittany's pretty cool. She's been really patient and pretty darn amazing with training everybody. So
Nice.
Yeah, kudos to my coworkers. Y'all are great. Yeah, no, like for real though, y'all are pretty cool. It's nice because even when I'm learning the small stuff, everybody's been very patient this far and really doing their best job to explain things in detail. Because when we're up there. You know what I mean? So it's nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah, to go off what Sierra said, kudos to everybody like helping with training and stuff. It's been really helpful. Thank you.
Awesome. We love it. So just anybody else got anything? I don't want to cut anybody off. No? Okay. Well, I just want to say kudos to you guys for rolling with all of the punches this semester. It really is refreshing to see everybody with a positive attitude, wanting to help. And that's just something that I feel like we've all been working towards for a very long time. So I'm just glad that we're there. And, you know, maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I think the membership team is A1. You know, best Blazers out there, but that's my biased opinion. So if anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to ask now. If you aren't comfortable asking a question, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll answer. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. So if anyone has anything, let me know. This has been recorded, so I will send it out to the individuals who are unable to make it. But other than that, our next meeting is not until October. Okay? Cool. All right, well, you guys have a good day. I'm gonna end the meeting for everybody. Stay safe and have a good weekend.
You too.